run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Longhorns about to kick it away and get this season started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Handoff from the gun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time late in the season.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Dropping back, it's Cook. Caught close to the marker, it's John. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. The play action fake. Throws to the tight end. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Seminoles line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. The only thing I can think is he just didn't see him signal for the fair catch. That's an easy call for the official, and they'll accept the penalty. Offense working from the pistol. Here's the handoff. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Rushes on him. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out. And that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse? And do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
And the Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Turning it on. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Running back searching for a hole. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more.
Got some room under the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! They're on the board first here in the season opener.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Got the first down and more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside. Quickly
complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And now on second down for this offense. They'll try the run. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking for an open area to his left. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
And that's the problem, man. You want to heat this guy up. You want to bring some pressure, but you see the other side of that coin. You bring pressure, he sees it, he can run, get the first down. This defense, it's kind of a pick your poison. Too soft, too laid back, he runs it and takes off. Too much pressure, he can run it and run away from guys and take off. So, nice third down conversion by the quarterback.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route. And then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Makes the catch. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Cook. Quick strike complete. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And he's going to bring this one out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Horns take over, and they'll send out the offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working big.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. My, oh my, 41 yards for him on the ground now. What a first quarter for this guy. The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Texas! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability, that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Cook. Gets it out fast. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver of the middle of the field.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Back to pass. Sets up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Horns up and ready to hook him. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. And the Noles will send out the punt unit. Wants to return it. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. Here's the pressure. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Might be calling a hot route. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. He's looking downfield to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And they'll mark this one at the 15-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up a 6.
I'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Here's a heat. He'll get rid of it. On target to the left. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action. Maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining the ball over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Cook. Catch in the middle, it's Giles. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. This time he's got his man. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. And this guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
The Seminoles will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Snap in the shotgun. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Here comes the Texas offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Creates a little space. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, the portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul, that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
And the Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quarterback making checks. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He'll loft one deep down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Defensively, with all the space now in spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
Finds his big tight end. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Back to throw, it's Cook. He lobs one high down the left side. Touchdown, Knowles! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab inside the 30. Touchdown, Longhorn! A great catch and run for 6. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off-play action on 1st down. Got out of trouble and throws. Quickly to the tight end. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run.
Man, that's one of those where you just go, dadgummit.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. play action. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Got his man downfield. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Oh, that is a rope for the completion in this offense. I'll tell you think about great Seminole quarterbacks, the 3 W's. Wenke, Winston, Ward. Dudes that could change the game. Heisman Trophy winners. Every defensive coordinator was scared every time they had to play the Seminoles because of that vaunted passing attack. And this guy, I think he has D coordinators seeing ghosts because this guy can play at a high level.
They have a first down at the 41-yard line. They'll run it. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They go to the ground. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. Off the play fake. The throw. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on 3rd down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Not a chance. Missed it. And here in the second quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys.
Man, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll give it to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. Fires on the move. Got him downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll give it on the counter. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield, just like right there, and create a TFL.
The Longhorns are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Got the back over the middle. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Wants to throw on first down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And he's going to bring this one out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll go to the ground. Moving past the 25. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Seminoles will kick it off to start the second half. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Trying to set up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
It's going to be interesting to see how the defense is going to try to defend these jet sweeps moving forward. They've got to have bodies in the perimeter of the field with their eyes looking at these receivers in motion because they can hand it off to him at any time.
The give on the inside. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Dropping back, it's Cook. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this.
Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Nice play offensively. You go with the toss to the left, and how about the blocking downfield by the wide receiver on that play? If you're going to run to the perimeter, you got to have guys doing work downfield for you, and they had it on that one.
Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. They'll run play action. Steps away to find some room. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
Just don't feel like the quarterback's in a rhythm so far. He's had accuracy issues. That last throw was underthrown, but we've seen bad decisions. Trying to force the football in places it just shouldn't go, and that's why he's already thrown multiple interceptions.
It'll be 3rd and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Give to the back. There he goes. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
The Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Right back to it. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Got the first down and still on his feet. Doing some serious work on the ground. Out of bounds at the 35 after that big run.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now. The nice lead here late in the third quarter. They're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. Plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're bleeding and ticking this clock away. Nice job.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Texans! And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position, you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown. That's a great drive by the offense.
After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. To the air, it's Cook. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on third down brings us to fourth.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
In their own territory, no problem. Fourth and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down. Still going. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Just keep swinging it. This one's complete. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Starts to scramble to the left. A strike downfield. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. This guy hoping to join that long line of big playmakers for Florida State, whether it's Rashad Green, Kez McCorvey, or, of course, the great Peter Warren.
Finding those guys on the outside with game-breaking speed that you can build your offense around, that you know you can consistently throw the football, get Doak Campbell Stadium rocking, get everybody excited about Florida State.
And the Seminoles back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Right on the money. Makes one man miss. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn. And that's what we just saw on that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they're executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This should be the last play of the quarter. The give to the back. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. From the gun, the running back has it. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Power football with the run. Great to have perfect blocking, but you can also make your own, and that's exactly what he does, getting it up to the 36.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. The give to the single back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
The give from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. The offense changing the play. They'll try to get it through the air. Looking to scramble. He'll throw it. He's got his man. Makes the grab.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
To the ground with the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
And with that incompletion, it now sets up a very interesting decision for the head coach, right? You've got a narrow lead. You kick the field goal now, you force the opponent to have to at least score a touchdown to retake the lead. But you can also seize a lot of momentum if you get it here on fourth and short. If you're able to score a touchdown, this is a completely different game.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on fourth down. Slings it downfield. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. That number one beside your name is a heavy burden, and when you're behind late, the weight of the world is on your shoulders.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
And the Seminoles can really attack on this second and short. They'll leave it with him. Turning it on. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Through the air, it's Cook. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. How many problems does it cause for an offense when the D can get pressure from its nose tackle?
He's usually a guy that sits in the middle in two gaps, and it's really hard to rush the passer, but really nice job using his hands, getting to the quarterback. When a nose tackle gets a sack, everybody gets excited, because that guy doesn't get many of those.
Second down, he'll throw it. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He uncorks one deep. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
And that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Got enough for the first. And he was off to the races. Finally tipped up at the 36.
And he finally breaks when they get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Back has it. He's in open space downfield. There he goes. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Michigan State is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up by 21 over Buffalo. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Got enough for the first down. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. That's caught. It's Johns. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the left. Across the 25, he's got room. And he's out of bounds after the nice gain, and maybe that is finally the spark to get this passing game going.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football. Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to throw again. Fires deep toward the end zone. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. All right, this game just got tighter and you just don't want to make a mistake here, David.
Especially in the 4th quarter. Remember, you're still leading this ball game. You're still going to execute the same way, Palmer. Don't get frantic.
Don't get frantic, but I would like to see them stay aggressive, too. You put a touchdown up on the board here, and this goes back to being a two-possession game.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Might as well give it to him again. Got enough space. And he gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. And it's not just a touchdown. It is a dagger in this game.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a two-possession game. And guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Going to sling it on second down. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up third down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Johns. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. One more play to pad the stats. To the air on first down. Fires to the middle. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game.